The U.S. Coast Guard Deep Sixes its plan for live fire training off Walnut Creek.
Making sure your packages and cards get to their destination on time is a big job. We'll show you how delivery men and women are getting it done.
Network of Doppler radars picking up just a little bit of precipitation out over towards Detroit and Toledo. Will we see any of that rain or even snow as we go into Tuesday? I'll tell you in your Jet Pinpoint forecast.
The Meadville hockey team took on the #1 team in the state. We'll tell you how they did. And there's plenty of girls basketball action. That's all coming up in sports.
And local school children bring Christmas to those who may not have had it otherwise.
From Jet TV, Action News 24 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Sean Lafferty.
And I'm Carla Mullinax. We begin with breaking news tonight. 6 fire companies have been called to a fire at a sawmill near Cochranton.
The fire is burning at Jacob Weaver Company, which reportedly manufactures pallets. It's located on Route 173, about 4 miles north of Cochranton.
An eyewitness tells Action News 24 he and several of his neighbors felt explosions when the fire broke out at around 10:20. Our crew on the way to the scene said they could see the fire 5 miles out.
No reports of injuries yet. We will have much more on the story as information becomes available.
Local anglers tonight are happy that a U.S. Coast Guard plan for live fire training on the Great Lakes has been shelved.
The Coast Guard wanted to use a part of Lake Erie off Walnut Creek that's very popular during the summer. Jet TV's Brian Sheridan tonight attended the Sons of Lake Erie meeting to hear their reaction. Brian, I guess we can figure out they're pretty happy tonight.
They did. They welcome news that the Coast Guard won't be firing live ammo into Lake Erie this summer. Applause greeted the news that plans for live fire on Lake Erie had been dropped. The fishermen didn't like where the Guard wanted to train and how the plan went into effect with little notice.
And we didn't find out about it until the beginning of September, and wow, you know, it was a complete shock, especially the area that it chose, off of Walnut Creek. They picked a 133 square mile area that basically takes about 1/4 of all the square area of Lake Erie from the state of Pennsylvania. So
19 public hearings like this one let the Coast Guard hear the concerns of residents around the Great Lakes. Congressman Phil English arranged for the meeting in Erie.
I think this is a huge win locally for people who are involved in boating and involved in fishing and who care about the lake.
The Coast Guard may create a new plan for live fire training on the Great Lakes. The Suns hope they look to anglers and boaters before making any decision.
I think thankfully the Coast Guard's listening to us and are reevaluating the whole program.
Now, the Suns were not alone in their opposition. Other groups, such as the Erie Area Visitors Bureau, went against the Coast Guard's plan. Sean?
All right, thanks, Brian.
Erie County could be smoke-free in the new year. County Council is set to vote on the proposed smoking ban tomorrow, and it's widely believed it will pass. Many tavern owners and smokers have voiced opposition to the ban, and Erie County Council President Kyle Faust says he expects lawsuits if it passes. Faust also says there will probably be a 90-day education period if the ban passes, when establishments are merely warned, not fined, for violations. County Council is also looking for a new member, and if you're interested, you have just one more day to apply. Joy Greco is resigning her seat after tomorrow's meeting. If you'd like to fill it, you must submit a resume and letter of interest to the county clerk's office by 4 p.m. tomorrow. Candidates must be Republican and have lived in the district for at least 1 year.
The only pharmacy in Cambridge Springs has shut its doors. The Quality Pharmacy and Food Store closed this afternoon for good, apparently. Longtime workers say they knew it was coming, but they were stunned to find out the official date was today. The news also troublesome for hundreds of residents who need prescription drugs and fear they won't be able to get their medicines now.
I take a lot of medicine, 18 to 20 prescriptions, a day, and what am I going to do? They just up and closed. How can they do that with such short notice?
You must be really scared.
I'm worried. Yes, I am.
We're told at least 2 pharmacists in the area have expressed interest in buying and reopening the pharmacy. In the meantime, Petrusso's Pharmacy, about 11 miles away, now offering to make twice daily deliveries for those who need it.
Mail carriers across the country are winding down from the busiest shipping day of the holiday season. As Jet TV's Tori Silver now tells us, postal and USPS workers had their hands UPS workers had their hands full. Tori.
There's no doubt Christmas is just 7 days away as people are racing to mail-in shipping facilities sending off those last-minute items. Workers are prepared for the overload, putting in long hours. At this UPS store along West 38th Street, the customers and the boxes kept coming and coming.
People come in. No, they're here before I get here in the morning waiting, yeah.
The store opened at 8, and by the end of the day, more than 250 customers dropped by, doubling the business.
If they start coming in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, everything's guaranteed, but they're going to be paying premium rates. They have to fly it, they put it on a plane and get it there.
On East 38th Street, the mail processing machines are running. The postal employees are working extra hours, sorting more than 600,000 pieces of mail throughout the day. If you're sending packages, be sure to lace your items in bubble wrap, styrofoam. You can also even use a snack.
Popcorn, okay? Don't put the butter, just plain popcorn. You can buy microwave plain popcorn, pop it, stick it in your package, just like styrofoam or the peanuts, and it's cheap, it's easy, and it's convenient.
Out-of-state priority mail must be sent by Wednesday. You have until Thursday for in-state priority mail, but you don't have to rely on postal workers to ship your items 24/7. These days, customers no longer have to stand in long lines. They can actually send their holiday packages and cards through the automated postal center by using their ATM debit or credit card.
Excellent. You can mail packages, you can just print your postage right on there, weighs your packages right on the side.
For more information on extended local hours at post offices, log on to USPS.com. Sean.
Thanks, Tori. Some residents at One Mill Creek Township Assisted Living Center had a big holiday surprise tonight. It wasn't just from Santa, but also from Chestnut Hill Elementary students. The kids adopted residents at the Beverly Healthcare Western Reserve. Tonight, the children brought presents and lots of smiles to the faces of these residents. It's a program that makes the holidays much brighter for people who otherwise may not have anyone.
The world's two largest democracies reach a nuclear accord, and now another country is crying foul.
Also tonight in Oregon, family and friends holding out hope for two missing climbers, the very latest after Brian's forecast.
And on the network of Doppler radars, a little wave here trying to bring in some snow showers. Will that stick around as we go throughout the remainder of the week? Your Jet Pinpoint forecast is next.
You're watching Action News 24 with Sean Lafferty and Carla Mullinax.
Rapping? Now you look at me and you think I'm pretty dapper, but here I am, your holiday gift wrapper. My name is Gus and I'm here to entertain you. I'm the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania. You got your list and you've listed all your names. Just at Pennsylvania Lottery, fun new instant games. 6 games in all, and they come in different sizes, but they all have ka-ching. Big cash prizes. All the games you'll be playing, the venues you'll be matching. For holiday joy, just keep on scratching.
Andy was outside playing. He started coughing, the inhaler didn't work. He was gasping for breath. I called the hospital and told them, get ready, my son's having a severe asthma attack. We didn't hesitate. I had enough worries. Thankfully, where to take him wasn't one of them.
Supporting the region's healthcare systems ensures that the best options are always available. A helping hand in the places we call home. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Here are tonight's winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. See the live drawing every night at 7 on Jet TV.
Thank you, Erie. For the second year in a row, Panache Salon and Spa has been selected as a top 200 salon in America by Salon Today magazine. Do something for yourself. Discover Panache. Gentlemen, indulge your lady with a Panache gift card. Pamper and replenish at Panache, 3123 West 12th Street.
The forecast calls for extended periods of cool, because Cellular One offers you all the coolest phones. like the Motorola L6 Blade. Super thin but can capture pictures and video, and has Bluetooth technology. Yours free after rebate. Or choose the Sony Ericsson W300i with Walkman music player, FM radio, camera, and Bluetooth technology. Just $49.99 after rebate. The coolest phones with a great network. Available now from Cellular One. Get the signal.
And now, Erie's largest team of certified meteorologists with exclusive live Jet Pinpoint Doppler. This is Jet Pinpoint Weather with meteorologist Brian Newdorf.
Hello everyone, Tom Atkins has the night off, and a cold front pushed through over the weekend and during the day today. Some of you actually, if you went farther south and east, had temperatures actually reach the 50s, but here in the city of Erie, temperatures got about 48 and then fell. That was early on thanks to this cold front, so cooler air is in place. We have temperature out at the airport around 35, 36 degrees. Temperatures out here actually got down to about freezing out here in Summit Township, but we have some cloud covers to the north. That's what's keeping temperatures in the city for the most part and the upper to mid 30s. You go farther to the south in this area where we're seeing clear skies and temperatures drop, and we'll show you that. But we're also starting to pick up now an area of precipitation here on the radar and satellite composite. Let's show you the network of Doppler radars. And going back out to about the Toledo area, if we go to the network if we can there, guys. There we go. Little wave here coming off of near that high pressure, a little upper air disturbance, and that's what's showing us these little areas of precipitation. But let's go to Jet Pinpoint Doppler Live, and what we're seeing with this is where those showers were or the precipitation that was picked up not being seen by Jet Pinpoint Doppler Live. And again, most of this is falling as Virga, not making its way to the surface. The Dopplers from Cleveland and Pittsburgh and Buffalo shoot higher than the city of Erie than Jet Pinpoint Doppler. So it's picking this stuff up higher in the elevations, but as you get closer to the surface where Jet Pinpoint Doppler is, you're not seeing it because it's not making its way to the surface. But we could still get a little bit of a flurry, possibly a light snow shower later on this evening. Continuing on, show you those numbers. 47, that was at about midnight. 35, which is about the current temperature, which we've seen over the last hour. So it's still very chilly out there, and the temperatures will be more seasonal tonight, tomorrow, but a rebound as temperatures will begin to warm, and we had just about 0.05 of an inch of precipitation with early morning rain showers. As far as our temperatures go, it is chilly. 31 in both Ludlow and Kane, 30 in Scandia. We have 31 degrees around Woodcock Township, but then you go up to Erie, 36 degrees from Dr. Tom Miller, up and around the Niagara Pier in Lawrence Park. The Shaws at 37. Thanks to all the weather watchers for checking in. So the cool air at least got a chance to get in here for a little bit, and will be with us tomorrow, but 28 in North Bay, 12 in International Falls. We're not going to get that cold, but still cooler air will filter in here. Just a glancing shot of cold air, but milder air rebuilds and reloads as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, although winds are northwest for now, which may help set up a few lake effect snow bands going throughout the late afternoon on Tuesday, you might see more of that inland. Once we head into Wednesday overnight, winds come back out of the south, and that's going to help to warm us up. But high pressure is also going to build in here. So by the time we get to Wednesday, we're looking at some very nice weather. High pressure getting close by Tuesday night. That will help to spark a little bit of some snow showers. But then as it gets right on top of us Wednesday, plenty of sunshine. And then here comes the next storm system, which could bring some rain Friday and Saturday. Then another storm system could bring some snow, but our chances for a white Christmas are slim. Mostly cloudy, colder with a chance of a flurry. Temperature tonight 20s and 32 degrees. Your forecast for tomorrow, very cloudiness, colder, just a chance of some light snow showers, 34 to 38 degrees. And the remainder of your 7-day forecast with that high pressure in control. Wednesday looking sunny. Thursday and Friday warmer, but a chance of rain developing Thursday night into Friday. Saturday, another storm system comes up out of the Gulf. And that may be our chance for some snow showers Sunday night and into Monday.
In the meantime, just enjoy what we've got, and that Sunday's a travel day, so for a lot of people. So
yeah, you might want to be careful, but we may actually be in between two storm systems, so that may be beneficial going into Sunday.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Well, one Wal-Mart worker's obviously never heard the saying, "The customer is always right."
You won't believe what he did as coverage continues for Erie, Oil City, and Platia.
Get Erie's most accurate forecast from the Jet Pinpoint meteorologists on Rocket 101, Froggy 94.7, and in the Erie Times News. When you see news happen, dial star 24 on your Cellular One phone to talk to Action News 24.
Visiting family, taking long walks, and training for a job. These ordinary activities are extraordinary for a woman suffering from depression so extreme she was homebound. When her cousin noticed the problem worsening, she remembered similar problems brought to light in messages from stairways, then talked to us. Talk led to prevention of an activity this woman was planning, for suicide. Now in treatment, she is a completely different person, a person with a new plan for life.
Driving in bad weather is trouble enough. But do it without car insurance and you'll really dig yourself into a hole. 1-800-SAFE-AUTO. We keep you legal for less.
Here's a look at today's performance of the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the NASDAQ market.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we've got gifts for sports.
Nike Spirit Fleece.
Under Armour Cold Gear.
And Performance Fleece.
We've got the Nike Shox Elite.
And Dick's has treadmills, ellipticals.
And Smith machines. We've got Carhartt workwear.
Garmin GPS packages.
Fire pits and grills. Kayaks.
And snowboards. Or give a Dick's gift card.
Every holiday season
starts at Dick's.
The latest news, weather, and sports anytime from anywhere. You can log on to www.WJET-TV.com, an affiliate of the GoErie.com network.
Sunday's grim find atop Oregon's Mount Hood confirmed the worst for the family of Kelly James.
Searchers, meanwhile, pushing on tonight, hoping to find the other 2 missing climbers alive. ABC's Marty Johnson is in Hood River, Oregon.
The body of a hiker found in a snow cave has now been removed from Mount Hood. A ring on the body of the climber has helped grieving family members conclude its identity.
The climber found in the cave yesterday was my brother. My brother Kelly.
It's a major blow to the family of Kelly James and to rescue workers who had been searching for a week.
We failed him. We literally failed him, but, you know, we tried our best. I know that.
Authorities now believe that the 3 friends spent a night together in the snow cave before Brian Hall and Jerry Nico Cook left the next day to get help. When the weather worsened, they dug a second snow cave. It's feared they may have then headed to a treacherous side of the mountain that is full of gullies. The weather is favorable today, but because that area is prone to avalanches, the only searches being allowed are by air.
There's as much as 10 feet of new snow that these guys, if there was an accident situation, could be under.
While Kelly James made a cell phone call over a week ago, in an ominous sign, the other 2 hikers have not been heard from since.
We wish the rescue workers Godspeed.
We hold out hope today for Brian and Nico's safe return.
The Hood River County Sheriff says the search could remain active for 2 more days before bad weather forces it to end. But unless the 2 men are hunkered down together in a snow cave, he says their chances are very bleak indeed. In Hood River, Oregon, I'm Marty Johnson for ABC News.
United States is now cleared to ship civilian nuclear fuel and expertise to India. President Bush signed the bill today, saying it will strengthen the partnership between the world's 2 largest democracies. He also predicted that the pact will help India reduce its greenhouse emissions. India produces nearly 70% of its electricity by burning coal, making it the world's 5th largest consumer of energy. Bush's move has provoked anger from Pakistan, with officials there arguing that Pakistan should be eligible for similar deals. And the U.S. has a new Secretary of Defense tonight. Robert Gates was sworn in privately at the White House this morning and took the oath publicly this afternoon. Gates replaces Donald Rumsfeld, who was the longest-serving member of the Bush cabinet.
British police have arrested the man they believe is responsible for killing 5 women. The suspect, identified as 37-year-old Tom Stevens, a supermarket worker and part-time cabbie. Investigators think Stevens killed 5 prostitutes, then dumped the bodies in a stream in eastern England. Stevens hasn't been charged with anything formally yet, and he denies involvement. He recently told a British newspaper he feared he would be arrested because he knew all 5 of the victims and had no alibi. Meanwhile, back in the States, the man accused of kidnapping Elizabeth Smart 4 years ago has been deemed mentally unstable. A judge today declaring Brian David Mitchell unfit for trial. Today, Mitchell yelled at the judge, telling her to, quote, forsake those robes and kneel in the dust. Mitchell and his companion, Wanda Barzee, accused of kidnapping Elizabeth Smart from her Salt Lake City home back in 2002. They kept the 14-year-old girl for 9 months before police found her.
Here's a story you never expect to hear. A Wal-Mart worker in Florida tried to kill a customer.
Also coming up, the holiday vacation starts early for some students, but it is anything but a clean break. Those stories when we come back.
And now, here's a look at the headlines you'll read in tomorrow's Erie Times News.
Getting everything on your wish list just got easier during the Lincoln Mercury Wish List year-end event, like the 2007 Mercury Milan with great handling all-wheel drive, the security of 6 airbags, plus a place for thousands of tunes. Or dash through the snow with Mercury Mariner with intelligent 4-wheel drive. Now you can choose the 4-wheel drive Mariner or all-wheel drive Milan for just $259 a month during the Wish List year-end event at your local Lincoln Mercury dealer.
The Erie region is a great place to raise a family. It's a region with abundant community activities for all ages. It's a region with a deep foundation of values, respect, and ethics. An area with strong educational standards, determination, and achievement. A place where families still call home. It's the community that defines our region and makes Erie a better place to live. Country Fair, committed to be the best.
This is Bernie the Bear. Isn't there someone you know who would love to see Bernie under the Christmas tree this year? WJET-TV and area businesses are giving away Bernie the Christmas Bear, plus lots of toys, games, and other gifts that any child would love.
You can register to win Bernie and his toys at Break Iron Jewelers, Bath Fitter, and Flick TV and Appliance in Meadville.
Let WJET-TV and Bernie the Bear brighten your Christmas this year. This is one gift that will barely fit under your tree.
Powerball, always a big jackpot. In fact, the jackpot is now $53 million.
Tonight on Kimmel, Hollywood Boulevard is shut down for a groundbreaking performance by Jay-Z.
You ever seen this many people? Nope, and they're all here to see you, except for that guy.
Don't miss Regis and musical guest Jay-Z on Kimmel late night, only on ABC.
Reports tonight that Delta Airlines has come up with a reorganization plan to save itself from a hostile takeover.
The Wall Street Journal says the Atlanta-based flyer will file a reorganization plan with bankruptcy court as soon as tomorrow. It's all in a bid to fend off a takeover by U.S. Airways. Last month, U.S. Airways offered $8.4 billion in stock and cash for Delta, but Delta's management has always said it wants to emerge from bankruptcy as an independent airline. Delta flies 3 jets daily from Erie to Cincinnati.
One teenager's visit to Wal-Mart ends with a trip to the hospital. Now the Wal-Mart employee goes to jail. The girl apparently thought she had left her cell phone in a cart and asked a worker if she'd seen it, or if he'd seen it, rather. The two reportedly start arguing. The worker then allegedly pulled out a box cutter, slashing the girl in the throat from ear to windpipe. Now the Wal-Mart worker being charged with attempted murder. Cell phone still missing.
Millennium Charter School in Columbus, Ohio has canceled classes for the rest of the year after several students were diagnosed with contagious diseases. 2 students have come down with scarlet fever. There's one case of head lice and more than 30 cases of pink eye affecting both the students and the faculty. Yuck, I'll just say it.
Hey, Bill, you get to lighten it up now. He's got sports.
Well, the Meadville Bulldogs are a really, really good hockey team, but they ran into the #1 team in the state tonight, the Bethel Park Blackhawks. They had a tough one. We'll tell you all about it coming up in sports.
Tonight's sports brought to you by Boston's Restaurant and Sports Bar.
Giant Eagle is dropping prices again, this time on qualifying generic prescription drugs at Giant Eagle Pharmacy. Now get prescriptions for only $4 each every day when you enroll in the Giant Eagle Pharmacy Rewards Program, which covers over 300 select medications at commonly prescribed dosages, up to a 30-day supply. Plus, Giant Eagle Pharmacy will match competitors' prices on any prescription. Giant Eagle Pharmacy, lowering the price of keeping your family healthy every day.
Home is the holiday spirit. It's where you can express the season with friends and family. Home is here, Oak Express and Bedroom Expressions, where you don't have to worry about any payments or interest until 2009, and you don't even need a down payment. Plus, our prices are backed by our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. Bring your wish list to Oak Express and Bedroom Expressions. Come by soon. Our no payments and no interest until 2009 offer is good only through 4 p.m. Christmas Eve.
Hi, I'm Eva LaRue, and this is my daughter. Kaya. And we're here to talk about a leading killer among women, ovarian cancer. This year, over 20,000 women will be diagnosed, and nearly 80% won't find out until it's advanced. Early detection is imperative. If you experience persistent swelling, bloating, pain, or pressure in the abdomen for more than 2 weeks in a row, visit a gynecologist. It's time to break the silence and change the trend for the next generation. To learn more, visit the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition's website at ovarian.org or call 1-888-OVARIAN.
Parents, there's something you can do to protect your kids from drugs and alcohol. Combine ground beef with egg, tomato sauce, breadcrumbs, and spices. Bake in an oven-safe pan at 350 for 50 minutes. Serve hot.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis. Children who eat dinner with their families are less likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs. So, have dinner together every day.
Delicious.
A message from CASA, the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University.
And now, Action News 24 Sports with Bill Toth.
Hey everybody, Luke Simons has the night off. Well, the Meadville Bulldog hockey team had to feel good about coming into tonight's game versus #1 ranked Bethel Park. They had won 5 straight and they were ranked #3 in the PIHL, so something had to give. There was a packed house at the Mark, raring to go. First period, no score. Blackhawks on the power play. Bethel Park with a shot, and Thomas Wetzel taps it in. Looks like a high stick, but it wasn't. 1-0 Bethel Park. BP pressuring again, but Mike Lazinski with the nice save. He had a tough night tonight, a lot of shots. Bulldogs turn it over in their own zone, and BP makes them pay. Logan Bannon knocks it in, 2-0 Bethel Park. Not looking good. Late first period. Here come the Blackhawks once again. Meadville goes on to lose tonight, 7-3. Let's move to high school girls basketball. Meadville hosting Mercyhurst Prep. Lakers up by 5 in the second half. They are running. Kelly Nowachinski with the move and the deuce. Here comes Nowachinski again. She's going to get the feed and the turnaround J. 26-19 Mercyhurst Prep. The Bulldogs are on the break. Jackie DeRemmer takes it end-to-end for 2. But watch Nowachinski. She can shoot from the outside. A step to her left, the dribble, and she nails the 3. She would have 23 on the night. The Lakers beat Meadville 69-65 in double OT. Fort LeBoeuf hosting the Warren Dragons and girls action. Second half, Bison with the rebound and the long pass for the layup. She can throw it. Now watch the bounce pass coming up here. Inside the crowd, gets it down inside, another deuce. But here come the Lady Dragons. They could play this game too. They feed it down low and they get the jumper. Here comes Warren once again. They will hit it and they go on to beat Fort LeBoeuf 44-23. Now to the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers kept their faint playoff hopes alive yesterday by beating the Carolina Panthers 37-3. The Steelers have now won 3 games in a row in 5 out of their past 6. In Charlotte, the Steelers put on a complete game performance with all 3 phases of the game chipping in. The special teams, though, stood out because they blocked the punt, and Santonio Holmes returned a punt for a touchdown. If the Steelers receive a miracle this holiday season by making the playoffs, they can thank their special teams.
Special teams helped out a couple times. James Harrison got a block, and Santonio Holmes returns one. And I think that it was a great all-around team effort, and it was big. You know, didn't have to throw for a lot of yards. We didn't run for a whole lot of yards, but we got it done.
Meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills are still breathing too, due in part to their shellacking of Miami yesterday. They shut out the Fins 21-0, and that was their first shutout since 2003. The defense hounded Joey Harrington all day, and Miami went 3 and out on 5 of 6 possessions midway through the game. During that span, they also only accumulated 15 yards of total offense. The Cleveland Browns weren't as lucky. They're in the AFC North cellar, and partly because they haven't beaten an AFC North opponent all year long. They had their final chance yesterday, but they failed to do so in a 27-17 loss to the Ravens. But there is good news. The Browns didn't pack it in yesterday as the game was tied at 17 all the way into the third quarter. The Terrell Owens saga continues. During Saturday's 38-20 victory over Atlanta, T.O. decided to spit in the face of Atlanta quarterback D'Angelo Hall. For that action, the NFL fined the NFL touchdown leader a sum of $35,000. Owens has said that he will appeal that fine. The NBA came down hard on the New York Knicks and the Denver Nuggets for the brawl that broke out during Saturday's game in New York. No player involved was spared. Carmelo Anthony, the NBA's leading scorer, got the harshest punishment, a 15-game suspension, and both teams were fined $500,000 each.
Well, and apparently the strangest thing there, Isaiah Thomas doesn't get touched.
Yeah, well, he just mouthed something, I guess, and they said there wasn't enough evidence. And by the way, the Indianapolis Colts are beating the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals will get their 6th loss of the year, so the Steelers and the Bills are 1 game out of the playoff chase. I know that's making you happy, Sean, but
hey, well, doesn't do anything for the Browns.
It's Christmas season, yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, where's your giving spirit, Sean? When we come back, Brian, we'll have one last look at your forecast.
Hey, I'm wishing the best for the Steelers and Bills. Not everyone in the Philippines enjoys seeing good old St. Nick this holiday season. We'll tell you why after the break.
It's that time of year again. Happy Honda Days. Now's the perfect chance to save on a beautiful new Honda Accord, the car IntelliChoice named Best Overall Value. So whatever else you're doing this holiday season, be sure to include the Accord on your shopping list. Have your Honda dealer wrap one up for you today. It's one present you'll be very happy with. Happy Honda Days. Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
The most reporters. The most coverage.
Who's responsible for cleaning up the mess? And could you unknowingly purchase a former meth lab?
The most accurate.
And these bands will gradually move inland, but not until later on in the afternoon.
The most games. The most respected. The most trusted. The most watched. Action News 24. Thank you, Erie.
Imagine giving someone everything they need for their home and garden, and it fits in the palm of their hand. Well, stop imagining and start buying, 'cause it's real. Introducing the Value Gift Card, available now in any denomination at all Value locations. So when you don't know what to get them a Value Gift Card. It's everything they need.
Value has everything you need.
I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 32. I couldn't believe you could develop this disease at any age. Now I worry about the threat of kidney failure, blindness, heart disease, and some days I worry I won't be there to dance with my daughter at her wedding.
The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation has improved the lives of those living with type 1 diabetes, including adults like me. Now what we really need is a cure, and with your help, we'll get there, step by step.
Paralyzed Veterans of America ensures our veterans get all the benefits they deserve.
For helping me get back into life, thank you, PVA. I couldn't have done it without you.
They work to break down barriers for all Americans with disabilities.
It's great to have a career and take care of my family. Thank you, PVA, for making our world more accessible.
Paralyzed Veterans of America. Call toll-free or visit pva.org.
Thank you, PVA.
Finally, tonight, going undercover requires some creative thinking, especially at Christmas time.
Yeah, these cops in the Philippines are required to dress up as Santa Claus, making it impossible to know the difference between a Santa or an undercover detective.
Oh, except for the patch.
Yeah, that
clever disguise.
kind of gives it away. But you know what? There's seriousness here, Sean. It's not just fun and games.
Okay.
They have a responsibility to prevent crime, which skyrockets in the Philippines during the holiday season. And not everyone makes the cut. The candidates have to be tall and a little chubby to pass as Santa.
Here's the deal. If you're a criminal who gets caught by a guy wearing Santa cop on his chest,
who's a little chubby and
you need
tall.
to think about another line of work.
Now it's very hot over there too. I would just think you'd just be dying in that heat.
You'll lose some weight after that. You won't be so chubby after that.
That's true. That's true. How's the forecast?
Well, you might want a little bit of extra padding with the temperatures for tomorrow and for tonight. 36 degrees for a high. Return to more like December. Just a reminder of what weather should be around here this time of year. But then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, let's go back to what we were experiencing, those mild temperatures. Maybe some rain coming in Thursday night and Friday.
All right, thanks, Brian.
That's it for us tonight at 11.
Make it a great Tuesday and a good night.